Hey guys, John V here from Phone Arena. Right now you're watching our video review of the Cobra iRadar 200. It's the successor to last year's model, the iRadar 100. Now what's new with this guy is the fact that it offers support for Android smartphones in addition to the iPhone. Now looking at the iRadar 200, there isn't a dramatic change with its design over the predecessor, the iRadar 100. It looks almost the same except for the fact it's slightly more compact. It's not as long as before, so it's a little bit smaller. It still has made out of plastic, has a somewhat hollow feel to it. You have the silver plastic bezel around the side, giving a nice contrasting look. The top portion here has a soft touch matte coating, which is nice, gives it a nice clean appearance. And taking a look around the sides, the right side is clean, front side's also clean right there. On the left you have the volume and power adjustment right here. Turn on and adjust the volume. You have a switch right there to either set it to work with Android devices, which is green, or white for iOS devices. You have the power connection port. You have the compartment up front here for the radar itself, and you have the slot right there to connect it with the suction cup. And up top you have the speakerphone grill, the large size mute button, and you also have an LED light to notify that it's connected and paired up to your phone. It's worth mentioning that the Cobra iRadar 200 can actually work independently by itself, so you don't necessarily need an iPhone or an Android device to use this guy, just because whenever it does pick up some sort of radar, it's actually going to announce it, but you get the full worth of the Cobra iRadar 200 with a smartphone and the accompanying Cobra radar app. You can actually download the Cobra iRadar app online through the Google Play Store or the App Store if you're using an iPhone device. It's free, and honestly, there's not a big difference here in terms of the functionality compared to last year's model. The app itself is laid out the same way as before, so if you've used it, nothing really new about it. Now, the cool thing about it, you have the dashboard here. It gives you some useful information on screen. For example, how fast you're going. So if you don't trust the odometer in your car, you could rely on the GPS location of your phone, and it's going to show you that on screen how fast you're going. The car battery and the voltage it's putting out, whether or not it's running a little bit low, the direction you're going. You can change the mode from city to highway. And the great thing about it is that whenever it does come across some sort of radar, it's going to pop up on screen, whether it be K, KAX, VG2, or even a laser. And from there you'll have the ability to actually report that as actually a confirmed case, or if not, if it's just a false alarm. So it saves that in their database. And on top of that, the other useful things that it gives you some information about live police locations where they usually stake out, photo enforcement, so you have things like red light cameras, speed camera traps. So it's great that when it's connected, it's going to actually announce it on the iRadar 200, so you don't have to look at your phone. You can just drive, look straight ahead, and get those audible announcements as well. Secondly, there's the maps feature of the application itself. It actually shows you where are the speed traps. In addition to that, some other confirmed threats, false alarms. So it's great you can visually see it aside from your actual location. In the settings section, you have the ability to customize a bunch of different stuff to better fit your needs. So for example, you could have different alerts, whether it be voice or tones. You could even set what type of detections you want for each band. And the other useful thing, you could even have things like speed warnings. If you're going a little bit too fast, you could set it to, say, 5 miles per hour over the speed limit, or something a little bit higher than that, whatever you want to use. Right now, the Cobra iRadar 200 is selling for $130 online in store, but if you happen to have the iRadar 100 last year and you're using with an iPhone, there's no real big push to pick up this guy, just because the only new feature is the fact that it's compatible now to work with Android smartphones. So for the very first few days, you might get a lot of false alerts, but over time, it gets smart about it, just because you could select whether or not it's a false alarm or an actual real alert, and over time, it just becomes smarter about it. Now, we know that a lot of GPS applications out there like Magellan nowadays offer things like speed trap notifications, but it's not as localized compared to what iRadar has with its database, just because you could custom set places for that. So if you want to learn more about the Cobra iRadar 200, guys, you can check out our website, phonearena.com. It's John V. Thanks for watching.